Hello and welcome to WePC. My name is Jay and today we're going to be taking a look at the Alienware AW2721D. Now, we recently took a look at the AW2821DW, the 38-inch version of this monitor, so if that is of interest to you, it is on our channel for you to go and watch. This latest Alienware offering has all the hallmarks to become the best gaming monitor the market has to offer. It comes boasting an incredible 240hz refresh rate, a true 1ms response time, and G-Sync Ultimate. In this video, I'm going to talk you through everything you need to know on this incredible gaming monitor, the pros, the cons, and everything in between. After all, this is the monitor that Shroud uses. So is it all it's cracked up to be? Let's find out.
It's super crispy. Ooh, baby. Makes me want to get back into competing, bro.
So, as always, we're going to start with the design, and with no surprise, it looks just as great as the previous iterations. The monitor features the new Legend design language that allows the monitor to look both gamey yet elegant. The ice white design spans the entire back of the monitor and is accented well with a black inner layer on the stand. The monitor once again features 4 RGB lighting zones that can be fully customized in the OSD, and like previous monitors in this range, a large 27 can be seen in the corner of the monitor. A wing-like panel can also be found on the back, which allows for easy cable management, so if that's your thing, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Dell has provided this monitor with their new Infinity Edge screen, meaning that the bezels are virtually borderless. They are extremely slender on all sides and even include the bottom bezel. I'd honestly have to say that this is most likely the closest I've ever seen to a frameless design, and it looks incredible. Heck, you could even get a triple monitor setup with this thing and it'd look incredible. If you're bathing in money, that is. It also features the usual anti-glare panel coating with a matte 3H finish that is great at getting rid of most light sources. In comparison to its 38-inch counterpart, the screen real estate is far less and allows for the stand to be quite a lot thinner. In terms of adjustability, the AW27 allows for pivot, tilt, height, and swirl adjustments, meaning that you'll be able to tailor this to your specific needs. Now, I do feel I always talk about how well the stands on these things are, but I'm gonna praise them once more. This thing is built like a tank. I feel very comfortable with the reality that this monitor isn't going to go anywhere with a slight nudge or a really aggressive rage hit, as it requires quite a lot of force to move, so you'll be safe there. This monitor packs a variety of inputs, including 2 HDMI 2.0s, 1 DisplayPort 1.4, 4 USB 3.2 Type A, and 1 USB 3.2 Type B, as well as an input for headphones or external speakers using a 3.5mm audio out. Before we mention the OSD, let's just give praise once more to Alienware for including a joystick on this monitor, because this thing is just... We're seeing more and more monitor manufacturers start to include joysticks, and I'm so here for it. But moving back onto the OSD, and it is as intuitive as other Alienware iterations. It allows you to change most color, brightness, and contrast settings, as well as you being able to set your own unique color preset. There are also a whole variety of game-tailored settings, including response time boost, enhancements such as crosshair timer, etc., and dark stabilization. You can also set backlight settings with the variable backlight option, which is available, giving you 3 separate modes to choose from. As previously mentioned, you will also have access to the RGB settings for the 4 lighting zones on this monitor. And lastly, all audio options and a number of different customization presets can be found as well. Now, before we get into display, please note that we have done a whole bunch of testing on this monitor. Seriously, Charlie really exhausts every possible scenario that this monitor could be tested in, and all the results of this can be found on our full review article, which is located in the description below. Now, this monitor has a resolution of 2560 by 1440 and a nano IPS panel with a true 1ms response time, as well as that HDR 600 rating. It also features G-Sync Ultimate, which means it does feature a genuine G-Sync chip from NVIDIA, which obviously drives the price up quite a bit, but it's fairly justified in my opinion. The monitor provides 95% of the DCI-P3 color spectrum, as well as 145% sRGB coverage. That not only makes it great for gaming, but it also opens it up to the productivity market where color accuracy is required. For example, I'm an editor and would absolutely love to have 3 of these on my desk if Will, our company CEO, would like to endorse that. However, as I mentioned in our 38-inch video, if you want to play games at that 2K resolution with max settings, you likely aren't going to reach the higher end of the variable refresh rate without a higher end 20 or 30 series GPU. Now, throwing this thing into CSGO as Charlie did when he tested it, yes, a 240 FPS average can be achieved. However, if you're playing something more graphically demanding, such as Cyberpunk, or even a newer competitive title such as Call of Duty, you really aren't going to reach those higher thresholds without dropping the resolution significantly. But in terms of an overall gaming experience, this thing really does come into its own. My competitive title of choice is Call of Duty, and I had an incredible time playing on this thing. The gameplay felt incredibly smooth, and I experienced no screen tear due to having G-Sync enabled, and noticed no signs of ghosting, which can often be a problem if you aren't using the right panel. I did play around with the response time overdrive settings, and for me, Extreme almost felt a little jittery. I didn't see any inverse ghosting, but I'm sure if you looked hard enough, it definitely would be there. I moved on to my current single-player game of choice, Cyberpunk. Now you can get past all the bugs and imperfections of this game. Shots fired. Then honestly, this game looks incredible. The AW27 comes with Dell's Infinity Edge screen, which makes use of extremely thin bezels and almost feels as if the picture just falls off the edge of the panel. In a good way. It really is like none I've tested before, and one of the main positives of this screen. When driving around Night City or simply punching my way through some enemies, regardless of the somewhat smaller display size, I still felt fully immersed. However, if you do only play those single player titles and competitive games just aren't for you, then maybe you would benefit more from the 38-inch version of this monitor, which does allow for greater immersion in those gaming scenarios. Ultimately, the overall experience of this monitor was extremely good, providing huge levels of immersion and excellent response in both pixel transition and refresh speeds. For me personally, it certainly leans towards a more competitive nature. However, if you like the occasional storyline title, the Infinity Edge provides plenty of additional entertainment value. So I guess there's only one thing left to discuss. Is it worth the price tag, and would I recommend it? Now, for me, I think this is a pretty easy one. The AW2721D is not a cheap monitor. However, if you are looking for one of the best 27-inch monitors on the market, it really does showcase all the qualities you could want. It offers all the high-end specs you'd expect from a panel of this price range, including a 240hz refresh rate, a rapid 1ms true response time, and nano IPS technology that provides 95% of the DCI-P3 color spectrum, which, as I mentioned earlier, not only makes it great for gaming, but it does open it up to the productivity market where that color accuracy is required. This is another stellar gaming monitor to come out of the Alienware family. Right now, it kind of occupies a category that currently isn't filled with a ton of displays. Overall, a hugely responsive gaming monitor that offers great colors and excellent immersion. What more could you ask for? Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, we would love if you could leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. If you click over here, this will take you to our Alienware 38-inch video for you to go and watch so you can compare the two together, and let us know in the comments down below which one is your favorite and are you going to pick up any of them. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.